Well, welcome to our first course in the SGS membership group. I am so pleased that you have decided to join us. My name is Charles Baldwin. I will be your host and guide on this excursion. Right now, there is years of wisdom, knowledge, and experience in this little group. For each one of you, and this certainly includes me, there have been storms in life that you have weathered. Sometimes you made it through okay. Other times I'm sure that you thought your storm would take you under. You are here now, so that means somehow you found a way to survive. In this course, I want to go deep with you and help you discover how to make it through your storm faster and safer. I want to share with you how you can see a storm coming, because they will come. So grab a pen and paper and take notes so you can refer back to them in those times when you think you're going to just give in or give up. You know, we all have storms. If you have not yet experienced a storm that scares you, get ready, because it will come. But know this, if you are prepared and ready, that storm will come and go, but you will be safe and secure because of your anchor. So climb on board. Let's learn what it takes to weather the storm.
Though the ship is battered, the anchor holds. Though the sails are torn, I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging seas. The anchor holds in spite of the storm.
I'm so glad that you are here. As we start this course, I would like for you to envision life as a large body of water like the ocean. If you have ever been on the ocean and have gone out to where you can see no land, then you have realized how small we truly are in life. Sometimes the ocean is relatively calm, and then there are times that it becomes very violent and deadly. It's just like our lives. We have spaces of time where things are very smooth and we enjoy every moment. Then comes the storm. Now, storm can seemingly pop up all of a sudden, or they can build slowly. It's easier to see those slow building storms because there are signs. The sun goes behind the clouds, the sky begins to darken, and the winds begin to blow. When a storm builds up slowly, it does not mean that it will be easier to face. In fact, the opposite is true. The longer a storm builds, the more powerful and damaging it can be. It may allow you more time to prepare, but when it hits, rest assured that storm can bring on some major damage to your life. Now, the other type of storm is the kind that seem to pop up out of nowhere. The sky is blue and all is calm, and then all of a sudden the winds pick up and the storm is bringing down its fury with little or no warning. I am sure that you have faced both types of storms in your life. I know that I have. As we go through this course, I want you to think about some of those storms. Think about what brought them on. Think about whether or not they could have been avoided if you had taken a different route. You know, most of all, think about the effect this storm had on your life. Did it tear up your ship? Did you feel like you were going to sink? Perhaps you were tossed around and completely lost control of your ship for a period of time. What I want to share with you is not a secret, and it's not a guarantee. What you will hopefully gain from this course is how to minimize damage, dodge the storm, or just ride it out in complete confidence that you will not be taken under. On the other side of the storm is calm water, a cool breeze, and a blue sky. That is when you realize that you are ready and able to make it through the storm. That is when you know that you were prepared with the knowledge of how to come through the storm with only minimal damage or perhaps no damage at all. I would like for you to write down a couple of the worst storms that you have ever encountered in your life. Was it a divorce? Maybe you lost a loved one that was very close to your heart. Perhaps it was a sickness, or maybe it was a financial storm. Whatever kind of storm it was, write it down. There are lessons that you can learn from every storm that you encounter. I recently returned from a trip to the Turks and Caicos Islands, and while there, I heard stories of hurricanes that brought fear and destruction to a very small island. The island that we were on was only 7 miles long and 2 miles wide. There are no mountains, and it sits in the beautiful waters of the Caribbean. While my family and I were there, we witnessed some of the most beautiful water in the world. The sunsets were gorgeous, and there was a constant breeze that blew all of the time. This is truly a sight of paradise. As we visited a church several times while there, I listened to the pastor as he would pray about the storms. He is 72 and has weathered many hurricanes in his life. He has seen, heard, and felt the destruction of the monster storms, one of which the roof was taken off of his home. He would pray that God would control the storms and guide them away from their tiny island and spare their lives. He would pray for the neighboring islands as well. You see, he knew that every year the hurricane season would come and bring these dangerous and violent storms close to, if not over, the island. Now, these people are not on a ship, but they are very vulnerable to the fury that a storm like that can bring. Their defense was to pray and be prepared. There was no place for them to run and flee from the storm. Prayer and faith was their anchor. Now, you are not a small island, but you are on a small ship. The danger of a storm of life doing damage to you has been real, or it will be real in the future. There is an answer for you. When you see the storm clouds in your life start to gather, you must make sure that you have dropped your anchor. Anchor is hope. It is what will hook into the solid ground and hold your ship in place while the storm comes into your life. You see, the reason that your ship gets tossed around so much is you forgot to drop your anchor. You forgot that your anchor in place, your ship may get tossed around, but it will be in control because that anchor is hooked in the solid ground. Did you know that when the wind blows on a ship that is anchored in the harbor and the rain pounds on those ships, the anchor digs deeper and firmer into the bottom? It holds the ship in place and maintains control. This is what you need to find. You need an anchor. You need to know what that anchor is that will keep you calm in the face of danger. What will help you maintain control of your ship so that it will not be tossed wildly across the sea of life. My anchor is spiritual. I put my trust in Jesus, my faith, that He is in control of all things. Yours may be something different. You may have a family member that is always there when things get rough. You might have knowledge and wisdom to know how to prepare and handle the storms that come into your life. Remember, there must be an anchor. There must be hope. There must be a rescue. For this first session, I would like for you to reflect and write down the storms that you have encountered in your life. Write down the results of that storm. Then write down what you learned, if anything, from that storm or storms that you went through. Finally, write down what you consider your anchor to be. I would like for you to share with the group one of your storms and then identify what your anchor is today that will keep you from going under the next time a storm happens in your life. Now, if you don't know what your anchor is, that's okay. That is the point of this course, finding your anchor and learning when to drop it. In the next lesson of this course, we will discuss how to be able to know when a storm is on the horizon. Thank you for participating in this course, and I hope in some way it helps you. As you share your storms, it would be great if you do a short video of the story of your storms and share it with the group. These videos will not be shared anywhere else other than this group. But it would give us the chance to get to know you better and also the other members of the group as well. We look forward to the next session, and we hope that you really do find your anchor.
I have journeyed through the long dark night, out on the open sea. My faith alone, sight unknown, and yet his eyes were watching me. The anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging seas. The anchor holds.